What's the big old deal, everybody? We are back with a hit. I got my shades on because I'm super fucking excited right now. Josh is on one. Jason is back. I know y'all love it. And we got Professor in the building.
Go.
Make some goddamn noise because the GOAT is in here.
Hey, man.
I'm talking about the king of looking back at you.
Humble, bro. Thanks so much for having me on, man.
Come on,
appreciate
man.
You.
We appreciate you, man.
Hey, we out here,
for real,
man.
For real.
I'm happy to be on.
100, bro. What's up with the look back, how you used to give it to him? Like,
oh, the look back is just like, you know, when I was coming up, I was always an underdog, right? So people approach you a certain way. So sometimes when I went by him, I had to give him like, you really think it was going to be a joke? Like, that look back, it's like, you serious? You know what I mean? So,
man,
more on that vibe.
That is crazy because you had me doing it.
Really?
Oh, me, I'm playing power forward, throwing no lookers like, yeah, you feel
That's what it means. It's like, you serious? Like, that's my favorite go right around. Like, really? That's what we're going to do? Thanks. Appreciate you.
Crazy, bro.
That's smooth. You want to talk about the pants?
I don't know, man. You over here, I got shades on and they reflecting on me right now.
I think we got to talk about
the
them.
global Hooper pants.
I'm loving this, bro.
I'm loving these too, but I got to ask you a question, man.
What's up?
How do you stay seated in them? Because I just been sitting them in all day and.
Oh, slides. Yeah.
There's no traction.
No, there's no traction.
No traction on these pants.
And I'm impressed. Like a hot day out here, it's like they're actually deep winter. They're like winter pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hooped in them just to market them, but
no, there's some sweat going on.
that
down
material
here.
though, that if you want that heavy reflective material, it doesn't come in no grippy, no cotton, no nothing. It only comes in that material.
And it's not breathable.
Yeah. So you're supposed to be walking around flexing, but no, it's all good. You know what I mean? You're
show
making
you
it
though.
work.
Nah, I had to wear them today.
You shining.
You out here.
We can get you like a lazy boy so you can. You know what I mean?
That might do it, because I'm just gonna keep
Slip resistant.
pushing
Appreciate
myself
you
back up
repping
today.
though, honestly, dude.
Hey, I had to
Thanks
do
so
it today.
much, man. And I'm glad Adam didn't fit Adam, but I'm glad he put him to good use. Somebody to rock
Come on,
him, you know
man.
what I mean?
Got to. You got to
We
keep it
had
in
to
the
when we ran
family,
it
bro.
back.
That's how we do it here.
That's
for
love.
sure. You know.
That's love, dude.
Hey, again,
And they
9
fly
times-
though. They fly nonetheless. So
Appreciate that.
that.
Appreciate that. Check it out, globalhooper.com. Shameless plug. We head to toe. All
Hey,
day, so.
that's what I was going to say, too. That shirt is fire,
Oh,
bro.
thank you, my bro.
Not today, Satan.
today, Satan.
With the whoopsie.
God level
Wow.
handles.
You see that, bro? I was
just
peeping that.
peeped.
I'm like, that is fire,
that's
bro.
hard. That's hard.
Crazy.
Thanks, bro.
All right, let's get straight to it.
Sure.
What I want to know about.
Okay, what's good?
How does it feel knowing you coming off up top, 3 seconds left, the homies is just watching. It's 1-1-1-1 right now on the clock, too. This is a moment. My guy gets the pass, pulls up. Game over. Professor wins the game. The crowd goes wild. It's versus New York, bro. I know that was so much trash talking in that game.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Talk to me about it.
It felt amazing. First of all, you talking about Madison Square Garden.
Come on now.
2003 and one. For me, the funny thing is everybody was like, they asked me about that season. They're like, do you think you should have won a contract? Were you itching to win? They don't even know. I just had gratitude just to be there. So the whole thing was surreal. I was culturing And1 before I even got there, right? I was, like, if you look at my senior year in high school, I had And1 shoes on.
Bro.
So I was culturing it before we even got there. So like I'm getting to just play against my idols every night. So in the Garden, every game was like an all-star game, but that was like an all-star game, right? That was like anybody in Streetball was in the building if they weren't playing. And then like it was like NYC's best of the Rucker was like on the team that, you know what I mean? Like they were on my team, and then we were playing against Team And1.
I'm watching.
But it was funny. It's like God's plan, though, honestly, because like I ended up with the ball. It don't make no sense. We had legends on the court. The Future, gosh, I'm blanking right now. I'll be right back. All these people from New York were on my team, but like I ended up with that last shot. So it was surreal. I was just humbled just to be on the court.
I was thinking too, maybe because of those names was on the court.
I was gonna say maybe they weren't blocked.
You like
they weren't
paying
guarding
attention, but they knew who he was. Like they clearly knew who the bro was at that moment. But
Yeah.
it's just like, how do you let Professor slip at top of the key, bro?
No, this is the thing, though. So a little bit weighed in, like you said. They're not thinking, I'm going to take the last shot, number one. But then number two, it was like it was 5 feet past the NBA line. So they're not thinking we're going to pull that deep, you know what I mean? Even though there was only enough time for the
3
jumper.
seconds.
I think it was a scramble, though, you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of came out of timeout. They checked it. It was like real quick. It was street ball, right? Like,
Yeah.
So I think all that weighed in, but yeah, and it was funny too because just a week before that, I hit a buzzer shot. We played like Jackson, Mississippi, and like what happened with that one was like it was a missed shot, but it came right to me on the spot up Well, not even a 3 though. It was like 17. This auto from 17 feet. So,
man, that's lit, bro. Because people don't know, like, you got all the handles. Like, for sure, I want to give you a handshake on that because you got the ball on a yo-yo.
Thank you, man.
Like, it looked like you playing with a yo-yo out there, bro. And that is amazing to me. But most important, though, that I loved was the confidence to go in the hole, bro. Crazy. I should be like, bro, he's like, not like little paws, but he's going to the like crib and just
tiny.
Like low-key,
to
you was the first, like, besides like Gary Payton, on the And1 tip, you was the first person to do a layup and just leave the arm up there like that and run off.
Oh, the scoop.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. Well, hot sauce did it too. Hot
But
sauce.
I wasn't really into hot sauce like that.
Okay.
I started watching And1 because of you, bro.
Oh, wow. Humble.
No cap. Like, hot sauce was cool. Don't get me wrong. AO was next to me.
AO was amazing.
Fire, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
shout out to all the OGs too. You know what I mean? Like when we talk about having it on a yo-yo, when I first came to And1, I had some moves, but my catalog is from it's a compilation of all the big bros plus some NBA idols and other streetball legends. But so yeah, shout out to them.
I ain't gonna cap, man. Do you like be inspired by Jay Will sometime when you was coming up? Was he like a
for
big
sure.
inspiration?
Well, it was so a lot of people ask me like grow up on Jay with my foot, but we actually happened at the same time. Remember, because like I think around 2000, 2001 is when he came on the scene. So I graduated high school 02, made And1 03. So it was happening at the same time. And yeah, he definitely was more for the dimes though, right? Jay Will's handle was crazy, but really his passing game was crazy.
He was like on skates, bro.
Yeah, so I tried to grab from Jay Will's bag, but he was better. His passing was incredible.
For sure, you got him on the jumper though.
His jumper was nice though.
You got him on the jumper, bro.
It's always hard to compare though with the NBA though, just honestly because they're playing that top tier caliber, best in the world defense, and bigger, stronger, faster. You know what I mean? So I don't do that, even though I'm humbled by the compliment though.
You got to be about it, man. How does it feel like when you going through your shit and somebody's really like you looking them in the face and you like, oh yeah, here it go. I'm about to get it.
That's the best. You know what I mean? Like. Especially when like you can see it, like people don't even know now this many years in. Off the check, I do like this lunge fake where I act like I'm gonna go to hoop, but I really just do a jab step. I keep playing and I pull it back. How you react to that, I can tell how the game gonna go dang near. So if I do that and you go,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. You might hit the pavement, like it's, you know what I mean? Like,
no, for real, because you made a couple people like face down, like damn near slid on the chin, bro. I'm like, what is going on? But you moving so fast, and it's like Hezzy. He's like Hezzy probably got it from bro.
Oh, I seen Hezzy got on here. Yeah. The young
shout
dude.
out to Hezzy, man.
Yeah, shout out to Hezzy.
For
Killing
real. He's a good cat, man, and I see him going far with it too, though. For real.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Heck yeah. You heard of Bad Santa?
Did I hear of him?
Yeah.
Oh, it was my teammate. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I played against Bad Santa my whole And1 run. And then, so I played against Bad Santa when I was 18 years old. 19 years old, sorry. And that was a hard matchup because he already had like D1 experience.
Yeah.
He was ACC Rookie of the Year. He played some pro. So that was a hard matchup. But he bust me up like
He's
my
one
first.
of my big homeboys. That's why.
Oh,
I
is
asked
he?
him. Yeah, from
Okay.
Compton.
Oh,
he
yeah.
went
So
to the
then,
niggas.
but then he was on And1. You know, he signed 05, 06, something like that. So we played together for a few years. And he was always like big bro. But yeah. Oh, he's a beast. He one of the best defenders I've ever played against by far.
That's right. Told you my school wouldn't put you on the court if you had no defense, bro.
Oh, his defense was A1, bro. He was. I remember at 20, I was giving him everything I had. I'm like, God, this dude just don't get shook. You know what I mean?
For real, man.
Yeah.
Good.
No, so you mentioned Hezzy.
Yeah.
Are there other streetball YouTubers that you're paying attention to these days? Other, anyone you're a fan of? Anyone you're paying attention to specifically?
I keep up with the whole, like, it's funny too because I had a manager who I had maybe a few years ago, and he told me, he's like, you were the first YouTube hooper. He's like, you birthed this whole community. You know what I mean? So I feel like as the ambassador of it, like keeping tabs a little bit on everything, showing people love is a good thing. So yeah, I kind of keep tabs with everybody.
Yeah, I feel like you're not only the first hooper, just maybe the first athlete. I feel like there's a whole lot of different sports lanes out there now. You got Destroying, who does these football highlights.
Killing
he just
it.
signed with FaZe. Did you see that this morning?
Man, no,
He's
I
part
didn't
of
see
FaZe
that.
Clan
I
now.
didn't see that.
No, but this dude.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like,
I know, dude. Yeah.
There's all these other athletes who are doing this in other sports, and you are kind of the first one, and one was really the kind of the pinnacle of just starting this whole trend off for these YouTube athletes, for these entertainer athletes. And, do you feel responsible for it? Do you hold that close?
I think that like sparked it. You know what I'm saying? If there's a fire, it started with a spark. They got put through. So I think I was the spark. But today, people hop into it. They probably don't even know I started or whatever. But yeah, I keep tabs on everybody. The other b-ball influencers. I've collabed with a good share of them, like T-Jazz. Who else? Cash Nasty. There's like the gamer hoopers. Who else I collab? I'm forgetting right now.
We need Cash now.
Chris Staples.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, White Iverson.
That's good.
I haven't collabed with Hezzy guy
That's the
yet.
fourth episode in a
But
row
some
White
girls
Iverson got
too. Bree Green. There's a bunch of them, so it's fun.
Sweet. Yeah. How does that feel though, bro? Like just knowing like I started something and it's just catching flame. Like it's just non-stopping, bro. Like
It's humbling, bro. I stay thankful too, because the whole And1 wave came, and I was telling somebody the other day, we thought that was like the Globetrotters thought that was gonna last forever, right? And it just ended out of nowhere. And
it crushed me
too.
too.
Online could end out of nowhere. Like anything can end in life, right?
Yeah.
You'd be dumb to think something's a staple forever, even though hey, it may go decades from here. We don't know. But so yeah, I just try to rest in gratitude and be humbled that things still working out now. Because a lot like you guys know me from the And1 era, but a lot of people just know the new. I probably have a bigger audience now that knows the newer, the YouTube generation
version,
doesn't
right?
even know what And1 was.
that's my son. That's Lil Ski.
Okay.
He be telling me, Dad, you seen the guy dressed up like a bunny? And I was like, wait, what? So I go to it, I'm like, son, this is the GOAT right here, bro. Like, what do you mean? And then I got to show him.
Okay.
And then he's like, that was him right there. And I'm like, yeah, that's the young him right there. He was like,
Oh, man.
wait, he should have been in the NBA, Dad. And I was just like, hey, that's what the world feels that way. So you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lit, fam.
All right,
lit.
no, I'm humbled by that, man. Appreciate you letting him support. Let's
Heck
go.
yeah, bro. I had to show him the tours.
What'd he say? He saw the whole...
What? He thought it was like the best thing ever, bro.
Really?
He was still looking up And1, seeing if he could go try out and shit.
That's awesome. Because now it's like my homie actually, the kid who showed me to edit, this dude Alberto, shout out to Alberto Entertainment. He's the one who bootlegged all the episodes, and like they're still on there today. Like if you want to watch the And1 episodes on ESPN or the mixtapes, like his channel has everything. And I don't think it's hardly anywhere else. There's probably some re-uploads, right? But now it's like grainy. That footage is grainy.
No, I was rewatching the interview you did with Adam, and you mentioned that you learned how to edit and everything from this dude. And I see you had a team with you now, and you got you're kind of keeping these guys in check with like what to do. Do you find that keeping up on the social media game, keeping up on the content creation is keeping you sharper? Do you think that your basketball skill, like you have to stay up because you want both to grow at the same time?
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand. Like it's keeping me sharper because it forces you to get more innovative, right? I was just telling him we had a TikTok video last week, 18 mil, but it was because I did stuff that had either something I brought back from the past or something that was combined with stuff that was completely original, like just like a little dribble combo to a beat. So the shoots, trying to be more innovative, come with new moves. The digital forces that, but it's a good thing, you know what I mean? And it keeps me excited about it too. Like being my own CEO, like after Streetball, because I did the And1 tour. There was another tour called the Ball Up Tour to try to kind of make a run to be like And1. And I was under entities. I was signed. It was like old school endorsement deals. They do all your marketing, all your PR, all everything. But sitting in the CEO seat has been like breath of fresh air, and it actually brought more fun back to streetball and basketball in general. I actually don't call it streetball. I just say basketball. You know what I mean? But it brought more fun back to the game for me because now it's about creative concepts. How can we? It's more production based, and how can we be innovative as opposed to like just go play this game. You know what I'm saying? In this city and try to put on a show.
Right. So when you joined And1, it was actually the second year of them launching?
No, so And1 Mixtape Volume 1 came out 99. And then Volume 2, 2000. Volume 3, 01.
Okay.
4, 03. Or they were on Volume 5 or 6, actually, by the time I got there. I remember 5 had just dropped by the time I went there, but it was Season 1 of the ESPN show was 2002. So I'm Season 2 of the ESPN TV show 03. So it had been around for about 4 or 5 years, and the mixtapes, they had a cult following on its own. And then so ESPN was like, yo, let's do this. And then took off from there. And that was the first year where they were like looking for new talent.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, you just like, you're such a part of And1 that it is hard to think about like, oh, you wasn't there since the beginning.
Yeah, it's funny. One thing I've learned about being around just entertainment for a long time is like when you look at things in retrospect, the narrative always changes a little bit because people only remember like a couple things, right? Like if you look back at And1 right now, the masses, what do you remember? You remember like the mixtapes, you remember the show, and you might be able to name 2 players, maybe 3 players. Most people. I'm not saying like you lived and you were a fan of it, so you probably can name.
In, bro.
Yeah, you can name everybody. You know what I mean? But some people, you know, they're like, oh, just Hot Sauce and Professor or Skip to My Lou, you know. So.
Bro, that's crazy, man. Skip to My Lou was wild too.
Oh, Skip was like the beginning, my first inspiration.
That's right.
Him and Hot Sauce were my biggest. And then really everybody though, AO, I grabbed, my game is molded from all their, I grabbed from all their bag.
That's fire.
And that's just crazy to me that like, that's all we talk about now with And1, right? Like, and that's the element, because I saw, you know, where you were talking about when And1 told you like, oh, the mixtape is just a branch on this tree, but it's not the whole tree. And it's just so crazy to me that how like, that's just the biggest oversight ever. Because to me, the show, watching the runs on the show, you know, you guys on there, that shit was fire, but it was definitely the cast of characters. And then the other part was just seeing the T-shirts everywhere. And that's the shit that like I don't hear enough credit for. Like the T-shirts was fire as fuck. Like everybody was
the
rocking
branding was
those.
top notch.
Man, the original owners killed it. That was the birth of the brand, was the Trash Talk T-shirts. From my understanding, mine is way before I got on there, but in 1993, they started out by just passing those out the trunk, like in Harlem and at Streetball courts and probably other places too, but that's the story I got. So they really started it just on some grassroots stuff and then built it all the way up, and then ultimately it ended because they sold the company while we were there. I remember the day I was on the day I got handed the Sports Illustrated that we were on the cover of was the same, in that same hand me the magazine, open the page, somebody tapped me on the shoulder. I can't remember who it was, but somebody corporately, I remember they told me, hey, the company's just been bought out. We want to make you guys aware, new ownership, blah, blah, blah. And so I remember I asked my big homie Main Event, I was like, what does this mean? You know, I'm 20, I'm 19, I don't even know. I was like, what does that mean? Are we good? Are we gonna still play? He's like, yeah, everything's straight. Boom, boom, boom. And I don't think we all really knew, because you would think if ownership took it over, you would just continue. Things are so on high and so going like this.
Right.
It's like, why would we do anything different, right?
Straight up.
But what I learned in life is like when a company gets acquired, the same thing as getting a new coach for a basketball team. The whole operation is going to be run different.
New program,
top to bottom, and they went full 180, right? They fulfilled the ESPN deal. They had like a couple years left on the TV show, and then they fulfilled our endorsement contracts. And then when it was over, that was it. We barely even got a call or nothing, you know what I mean? And that's when I got that call saying, you know, And1 was just a branch. And I get it though. I mean, I think I don't hold no grudges. I think like the new owners, they knew traditional marketing. They had worked with the guy had made a shoe for Shaq and Kobe and all these other people. So they were just like, let's take it bigger. You know, in their mind, they're like, let's go bigger. This is still an aspect, but we're going to do X, Y, Z. And it was the heart and soul of the brand. That's what it was built off. So
they definitely underrated themselves as like a media company. You guys were doing Streetball media. You guys were like the first.
Yeah, and they outsourced it too. So like, so that's probably why, right? In the old school, you know, they hired, let's see, I can't remember who. I know Hawk Films is doing the ESPN show, and I know that I'm forgetting the name right now. This guy Mike Kuhn was doing the mixtapes, and they were doing a great job. So they would always outsource it. So that was the media that was propelling it. But they, you know, if you in-house it, you take it more serious, right?
Right.
Like what's No Jumper without being the media company, right?
Exactly.
It is the like nowadays if you could spin back And1, right? They probably would have even went more in with media, where instead it was just like, oh, by the way, put it on videos, put this product out to market the clothing. So, yeah.
Man, if And1 right now in this moment, they would be on Netflix, bro. For sure.
I mean, I think they would be like their own platform.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They would just be a whole other beast. And but what I think the most inspiring thing about your story was, well, first of all, I think you were the first person that I think other people could see and be like, oh man, this shit's amazing, but like if he could do it, I could do it, you know? So that's kind of what put you out there. But then seeing like the way you view your journey and your whole path, like you seem to have learned a lot of shit from it.
God.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and like that's what's dope about seeing what you're doing today is like, man, all of this shit is you know, a result of the whole journey. So you don't, you know, like, yeah, you're not in the league, but man, like I saw your TED Talk and it was dope to me that like you came out there and you was just like, I'm a pro. I've been playing professional basketball. And you know, and I think like, man, to me, it's like that. I love that you have that mentality that it wasn't NBA that's all pro ball is. Nah, man, making a living, living your life, playing basketball, doing what you love, that's pro. You kill it.
Yeah, there's two aspects to that, right? Well, one is like you get paid to play. That's professional, right? You get paid to do something. Right. But then also I played every level of basketball outside of the NBA. So, you know, from the old CBA I was in, that was the G League. You know, the old playing like the IBO, it's like the ABA, similar to that. We played a bunch of teams overseas, you know. If I didn't play in the league, I performed every level. You know, the Chinese league is the CBA. That's like their NBA. We played a bunch of preseason games, did a whole tour playing the CBA.
That's fire.
So I got to play at every level. So, and it was definitely pro, right? The level of And1 was always underestimated because the moves were so crazy. And then like illegal moves were popular at the time. So it became kind of like a subgenre. So people viewed the level as lower.
Right.
When I got in, I was actually shocked even as a fan. Like, wow, this is like, you know, NBA players come run, it's seamless. We don't know who's in if you didn't know the name, you wouldn't know who's in the league and who's not. So that's what kind of blew me away. It's like, man, I gotta get better because I did my thing when I played against them, but it's different when you play as the underdog. When you play as the favorite, meaning you gotta put on a show and win and dominate. That was a lot harder, you know what I mean? So I was trying to learn from the big bros how to throw better alley-oops and how to prepare for people coming to you. They trying to life it every time they play you.
Yep.
They trying to life it. You just trying to get a run in. So you have to be just as desperate to kill it as they are every game.
Yeah, that's crazy because you could go to the court right now. You feel what I'm saying? And somebody gonna tell you, lace them up. And it's just like, bro, man, I was trying to be chill today. Actually, bro, we were just getting some content for my boy over here, man.
Yeah, and to be honest, I actually don't even care about that now. The competitor Hooper and me before was always like, oh, you know, we got to make our mark and claim that we're the best. Now it's like, if you ain't moving the needle as far as viewership or like, it's not like gonna be a lit vlog. Like, I don't even care. Like one-on-one call-outs, cool, you got that. Hey, have a good one.
I must admit, I was one of the call-outs, bro.
You called him out?
You remember when Adam interviewed him? He was just like, he put me on his story. He was like,
oh, this is who he was talking about.
The professor will ball you up. And I was like, you got me fucked up. Bring the professors line it up. I'm not going to lie. I was talking shit. I was capping, bro.
Hey, but you should have that confidence, though.
I could not guard professor, bro. He'll bounce the ball off my face, God.
You going to break your ankles?
As a hooper, though, you know what I mean? You should have that confidence. You know, people ask me, you know, some people who really don't know the game, they'll be like, man, we have you in a one-on-one with Steph Curry. And I'll be like, oh, that's generous, my bro. But literally, if I was to lace him up, I'm not saying like, I literally in theory be like, I'm going to beat him. But like, you got to think that, right?
You have to.
If I checked up in that moment, we going for the dub.
For sure.
What's the point of you
I can't beat him, you know what I mean? But we're going for it.
We need to line that up. Because, hey, right after that, here come that 10-day contract. What? Hey, would you run that if they offered you a 10-day right now?
What, a 10-day?
Yeah.
I do a 10-day, yeah.
Yeah. Just to cap it off, like,
Just for marketing.
Yep. I was just going to say.
Turn that into content.
I would do a 1 day, like.
Content.
We're just going to leave off. I'm doing all Streetball moves, too. Don't care about the offense.
What? Travel.
We're going straight. We going crazy. It's going to be legal, but we're going.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Man.
Well, like you said.
It's good to talk about.
Bro, I would die laughing if I see Pro just throw it between Kyrie legs and just whoops. I'm sorry.
It wouldn't even be Kyrie, right? Kyrie knows. Guys who have all the moves, they're waiting on that. But, but you know, it'd be like a switch on a big, you know what I'm saying, or something like that.
But it was interesting, like you just said, you know, you don't even call it street ball no more. And it's like, bro, you just, to me, it's like, man, your awareness is crazy because, bro, it's like, we in this weird time where like, man, the league is just like, basketball's at an all-time high popularity.
So popular.
Because I think of like how much they're embracing, like, and to me, this is in a lot of things in the culture, you know, music and everything. It's like, if you really embrace what the streets is doing, that's, the shit goes up, man. The corporate motherfuckers can't plant a seed and it go down and get popular in the streets. It's what's popping in the streets is like, because that's where people got to figure it out with less. Yeah. And that's like in hoop, that's what it was. It was like, okay, well, we not playing a certain way. We just we doing 3-on-3 runs. We over here, whatever. And we taking all this shit, and then it's like, okay, we trying to figure out how to do it in a 5-on-5 game, because that's what the traditional game looks like. Right. And then there's a lot to adapt, and it's weird how you have people who just like refuse to adapt.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I mean, sports is entertainment. What you're doing is entertainment. Yeah. There's no
way around it.
Yeah. Whether you're playing in the NBA or what you're doing now with this medium, like, at the end of the day, the sports are there to entertain the people, and you're doing a great job of, sticking to it. We're all huge fans here.
Hey, humble, man. And, I learned that too as time went by. You get more aware of, like, how the audience views yourself, because I think a lot of people in entertainment, they view themselves either way different than the people view them, or a little bit different. And sometimes it's hard to do it because you live this scenario, you're a certain amount of popular, or you're this way in your own ecosystem, right? Yeah. But the person in Idaho, they watch you they look at you different. So I think it goes with learning that, right? Like, obviously the street ball, the genre is kind of like over, or at least it's not in at this moment. Maybe it'll come back at a different time. Yeah. And plus, I didn't like that street ball got put into a subcategory. Like, it is basketball. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love street ball and like summertime games at the park and all that, and And1 and stuff like that. But also, when you say it, it's like people are a little bit unfamiliar. Say like a kid today wouldn't quite know what that means. And then also it's like street ball is basketball. The original, like my OGs would say street ball was just like summertime basketball in the park. And then it's like a little bit looser version because there's less coaching, less offense, less defensive rotations or whatever. We're trying to run a gun and put on a show. But they would call it more like just high-level summer pro-am basketball that was outside.
Right.
So it's a little bit of taking it back to the essence and a little bit of just relating to the people, you know what I mean? It's basketball.
Dope. Give me two of your favorite teammates you to throw the lob to.
Ooh, there were so many dope ones. Arab there. Arab there. I remember. 50-plus inch vert, debatably best dunker of all time, not in the NBA. And shout out to my homie, the helicopter.
Man.
Helicopter's crazy. Slept on today.
Man. I have not heard that in a while,
minute,
bro.
Damn. Is there anybody when you guys were on the tours and you was in open runs in the different cities, is there anybody that that just stuck out to you that you're like, man, that because you had a history, where like early on you were, like you said, in like high school you were doing good and all that, but like you got cut or whatever. Was there anybody you saw that like maybe didn't do so well or like progress on the tour or like do well in the game but you saw signs like, man, this dude just ain't getting enough looks or something like that? Where like, did you see like a version of yourself maybe? Like anybody stood out like that you met on the road?
There was a lot of dope play. Like, literally the cool thing about doing a tour like that, especially as big as that was, because that was literally like, it was taking some of the NBA's, I don't know about taking their business, but And1 took 20% of the sneaker market at one point. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy with Nike and Jordan, Adidas and all them. Reebok was even riding high at that time. Yeah. So it grabbed that market. And then like some people were like, I like this. I don't watch the NBA. Like I was like that. I watch the NBA too, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was probably more into And1 than I was the NBA. Like I didn't even know it. It just was.
At that moment, bro, you kind of was low-key.
So when we're going city to city, you're literally getting the entire basketball community every city. Yeah. So we're seeing everybody in the nation has to offer. And then we were even doing Crash the Course to see the elite hoopers in every city. So we really got a grasp for how good people were nationwide and what was going on in the scene. You see the different styles and trends. But as far as like seeing other good hoopers, there was tons of them. I'm trying to think where even to point.
Just because there's so many like street legends and hoop in every area,
Every area, there was like, if you say like another version of me, I mean, there was an OG white street baller that had already been on for years, White Chocolate. There's a street ball White Chocolate too. I don't know if you guys know. He was from Baltimore, but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So like he had been on the scene already. He had already played with my teammates and stuff. And then there was like lot of talent. I couldn't even name them. You know what I'm saying? And they had their own little buzz in their own city. And then like from dunkers, there was some dudes would just be flying. This dude like T-Dub. He's like a dunk legend now, like with Team Flight Brothers and all that. But back in the day, we saw him first.
Yeah.
T-Dub. But they came on the tour. If you were that nice, usually you came on for a few cities and we got to know them a little bit.
That's
and
cool.
they got some pub on the show. But we saw everybody in a summer. You would literally like see the entire country and who's the best of the best.
At the height of the tour, what region like had like the best ballers, like the best basketball scene?
I think it's always Chicago and New York.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that also just by the numbers, right? Like Chicago, New York, third is probably like LA or even like the Bay Area always had good hoopers too.
Yeah.
DC. So it's like Chicago, New York, DC, LA, Bay Area. At least that's my opinion. But
it's a good top five.
The stakes were always higher too, though, playing Chicago, New York. You know what I mean? Because people got Streetball there and they couldn't wait for it. And it was like that everywhere in the And1 period, but really it was a different crowd. Like the crowd might come out to see you get defeated. You know what I mean? They might want that more because they want their local person to conquer you or, you know what I mean, bust your ass. So
Rucker mindset.
yeah, exactly. More of that street ball mindset. So and then the crowd could be on their side. Like you play a game, they might go fully on their side. You just be like, dang. But yeah, Chicago, New York, and they're more rugged. Like New York had like handles, they're rugged, but Chicago's just like physical. You know, play the game the right way.
Man, when y'all used to play, bro, it was like y'all used to have so much confidence, and then you got this guy yelling on the side, "Oh baby, oh baby!" Like, does that turn you up even more?
Oh, super! Shout out to Duke Tango.
Hey,
Duke
shout
Tango.
out to Duke Tango.
Yeah, he gave me the name Professor.
For real?
Yeah, that's like my OG. Like, he said he's my godfather. He like literally is like. Yeah.
Man, shout out to Duke, man.
Shout out to Duke, man. We haven't talked in some time. I gotta hit him up, but
yeah. Man, walk me through that, because I know that shit is just like you crossing somebody over. Oh, and it makes you go more, huh?
Oh, for sure. That's you can't beat that, especially like in that era. You know, do a move and it's like, oh,
yeah.
Do another one. Oh, look, drive the lane. Couldn't wait to get that. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then they just lose it. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Duke's on the mic, scream. That was what we live for. You know what I mean? In street ball, you live for that moment. Even today, though, if we're playing, I can't wait for the 3 O's. You know what I mean? It's like you get somebody. I just did it the other day. Like I snatched on a sham, the dude tripped, and they said, "Oh," and then I was like, "Tween." It was like, "Oh," and then look, they lost it. So like that's what you live for.
Man, that's lit. Hey, do you mind if I smoke, man?
Do you think?
All right, because you came in with Starbucks. I know you don't mind.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, I don't smoke, but
You
judge.
don't?
No, I don't judge people.
That's
that do,
good, man.
You know?
Please don't judge me. I'm a fan.
Yeah, well, I couldn't. You know, I mean, if I want to do what I do, if I added alcohol or smoke, I couldn't get down, man. I get injured as it is every about 3 or 4 months right now. So you know what I mean.
Yeah. So do you think the tour could ever come back? And if it did, what do you think it would have to change?
People actually, you know what? The last year and a half, people ask me this more than ever. I notice it's like as time goes, like more people talk about bringing it back. Because I think also like 90s was in the last 5 years, but now it's like 2000s starting to come back in, right? Like even me, like my brand, I made like velour sweatsuits. I remember when And1 we had the baggy velour sweatsuits. Yep. So I think that's why the conversation's going up even more. But I think that it would be hard to find that kind of talent again. But I think it needs big distribution. Like you said, it had to be like a Netflix or like a Hulu or I don't know what. But it would have to have big distribution, because if it's just online, it's too hard. Like everybody's CEOing. All the popular YouTubers, if they have over 1 million, they're
their own thing
CEOing.
going.
And if you want them to get down on a tour, you'd have to pay them heavy, right? Because we know if you doing millions on the month, you're making some nice money.
Yep.
I know for me, like you couldn't sign me to no entity, and not even it had to be a 7-figure combo. And I really wouldn't even want to, because you know that's why some people even they say like, "Would you play in the big 3 or whatever?" I'm like, no. Like,
real?
Nah, just because you fall under the politics of basketball, you have a coach, teammates. The audience expects me to play a certain way. They might not like it. You might have some teammates who don't like it. The coach so it's like, why am I signing up? This is what I do. You know what I mean? And so like, you know how it is, it's being your CEO versus being under an entity. So
I respect that.
So like, Yeah, if I did a tour, I'd head it up or
Do you see that
be
happening?
a part of it in some way, maybe. Huh?
You see that happening?
I'm touring this summer. I'm doing like three games under Global Hooper, like in Florida, and then like just gonna see how that goes. Maybe we'll expand it or not. I still did live games. I've always done them, but like it was like more spotty. It'd be like and it's all about the video, right? How many videos we making. So Court Kings, we did my last 5-on-5 game was before COVID, 2018, and did like 25 million views.
Oh wow.
But they hadn't seen me play 5-on-5 in like a couple years, you know what I mean? Like my channel had been like, crashing hit the park, 1v1s, 2v2. So like an actual 5v5 with an audience was like, that demand had developed.
Before COVID, I remember, I think it was Complex Con that And1 pulled up to. Like I saw like they were trying to do a research. This is probably like 2018, 2019. No, it's like 2018, 2017.
Oh,
did they hit you
yeah.
up? Did they like reach out to you? Because I remember they had the full court set up and all that, and it was cool, but it definitely wasn't making the impact at that event that like I would have imagined it did from remembering how big And1 was. Like I was like, oh, this is cool, but it wasn't a big thing. I remember like not a lot of people were talking about it, but
yeah, no, they asked me to go to that. My homie Sickwood was there. My OG Sickwood was there, and then a couple of the young dudes, right? White Iverson, a couple people were there. Yeah. They weren't really trying to resurgence of the tour. They were just like being And1. Here's our presence. Here's what you remember us for. You know what I'm saying? So it was more about the clothing and trying to
in the shoes,
more of a legacy brand.
Yeah, it's a legacy brand purely. You know what I mean? Like they actually crush it at Walmart. Shaq and And1 are the head sports brands at Walmart. I think And1 does all the apparel and then like some shoes. Shaq just has the shoes or whatever. But so they kill it, and I think they're not into like bringing it back. Not that I know of, maybe, but we've had the convo trying to do certain things. I guess times have changed, though. It's different. You know what I mean? Like I think at that time when they asked, they don't even know what I would have charged. Was that 2017? Right. They wouldn't know what I would have charged. Like now, they don't know. Influencers, it's a 7-figure business.
Yep.
So you coming on an appearance like that. Some people are rubbed the wrong way because they don't know what that looks like. So I send people rates. Or
they don't know.
I don't, but like my booking person sent them the rates, and some people are like, "Dang," but the times change quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I did a thing with And1 2020 though. We were on KG's last episode of his area. Was it Area 21 he was doing?
That's fire. Yeah.
So that was cool. It was like a flashback to And1 and a flashback to Rucker Park. It was like me, Skip, Bone, Air up there, and KG. So that was cool. I rocked the And1 hoodie for that.
Hey.
From a brand standpoint.
That's the last time you wore some.
I thought it was cool to do something with KG, get back with Skip and the homies. You know what I mean? So I was like, that makes sense. But yeah, they offered me a contract 2 or 3 times over the years, but it just didn't make sense because then it was like I have to leave what I'm doing now to build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because like,
and it wasn't touring. It was like branding online or do some camps or something like that.
Some not even a cut you really want to do. Like I want to go hoop, man. Let's get cracking. Like I got you.
I mean, like you said, you know, that's how we all remember you from. Well, like we know you from And1, but there's a whole generation now that doesn't even know that part of you. So it's like it feels like, man, like you've been through a couple phases. Even though you've been playing basketball, but now it's like I feel like we're almost seeing you now in this other phase that you're starting where you're still playing basketball, but like you said, like you're more like the CEO is really standing out more than like just I think it's bigger than the And1 you. It's bigger than even just like, oh, you on the internet doing the thing with your YouTube channel. It's like, man, it seems like you really have an understanding of like branding and how to market and make this not just a livable surviving, but like you thriving type situation.
Real talk. You can tell everybody he met, he's a sponge to the game.
Gotta learn. You gotta be a learner. That's what I learned. You know what I mean? I learned you gotta be a learner.
Right.
As it goes, because like especially the environment. You guys know here we are. This media world, it changes all the time, right? Like the algorithm just changed on YouTube like 3 or 4 months ago, or at least I feel like it did. But you know what I mean? Like everything changes. Yep. Now I'm pressing in hard on TikTok as of just a few months ago. I'm like, hey, the algorithm's still friendly. We need to try to get 10 mil over here.
Straight up.
So humble, man. I appreciate that. But
have you thought about like taking somebody on under your wing and like bringing them up through a system?
Yes, I'm actually starting a vlog squad. I'm gonna call it a vlog squad. It's really just people I'll collab with and try to help build. So that's
nice.
That's fire.
Thanks,
man. How I get a tryout, man? I just be fouling people.
Might have to host some try.
You know what I'm saying? If you
want
need
a 10-day
somebody
with you.
bro, let
Let's
me
go.
get a 10-day, bro.
Hey, we'll give you a look for sure.
For sure, man. I got the jumper, but I got an attitude.
Yeah.
I do not like to be scored on. Hell no.
Yo, you bring that physicality, I can
Oh
tell.
yeah. What?
Yeah.
Don't come up on me thinking you about to dunk, bro. It's a wrap.
Oh, you getting hammered?
What? Clothesline.
I know
Fuck
you grew up
hammer.
with KD, with KB, so you already know what it is.
Exactly, bro. Ain't no way. You somebody come in and dunk on you, that's like a sign of weakness to us. Like, for real, don't let nobody dunk on y'all. Like, nah, hell nah.
You gotta
All right,
set a precedent.
For real. So next time he come up, put me in the game, coach. I'm out there just hunting number 42. Waiting for him to think he about to catch a lob. I'm meeting you right in there. Not today, brother. Oh, I gotta get it, bro. I don't want to throw it off the backboard. I just want a foul, cuz. That's all I want to do.
Hard foul.
Yes, bro.
Hey,
Got
sometimes
to.
there's something to be said for laying a precedent, though. I remember
Yeah.
my
gonna go up
coach,
there,
Steve Burt, back in the day, the first And1 coach that we had. I remember he told me, he's like, yo, sometimes to be in the game, he's like, just lay somebody out. You know what I'm saying? Like, first, second possession, set a precedent that you're bringing the physicality instead of them. I never forgot that, though. I do that sometimes often.
Bro, could you imagine, bro? You got professor on your team, somebody setting the pick, and then poof, the homie fall. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Your head's up
tripping.
the rest of the game.
I'm
looking
Shaking
at
him
tripping,
up,
bro.
for real.
Man, so hey, no, for real. Look how the game has changed, bro. Y'all used to wear the uniforms we used to wear. Now they wearing some tight ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I adapt to the styles. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, the young kid style wear the high shorts and show a lot of leg. I actually don't think that's in my personal opinion, I don't think that's a great look. I know, even though it's trendy, so I wear like leggings or something underneath it. But I do have the shorts. I try to evolve. I don't think you want to be left back in. Like if I was still wearing the mixtape tour 3X, that would look a little dated, right? So I do think adapting to the
Y2K
trends is good, but doing it your own way. So, the whole shorts, I don't love it, but I get it, and I do a rendition of it. I wear like leggings underneath or whatever, but.
Global Hooper don't got some real short inseam shorts.
We have short. We usually do like above the knee, but we have made stuff that's like extra short. That's what the kids want. You know what I mean? So, if you're gonna be a clothing designer, you can't just design it for you and what you like. I think you bring a lot of your own inspiration to it, but it's a balance of carrying on what the people like too. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
Dope.
Yeah.
What's 5 essentials the professor can't live without?
5 essentials.
Yep.
You saying like practices, or you saying
Nah,
like?
I'm talking about, for one,
Possessions.
your phone, because your money is on your phone.
Oh yeah, we gotta have the iPhone.
Exactly.
Fact.
All right.
Dang. Well, okay. Essentials. Okay, we gotta have a Global Hooper basketball.
Okay.
Okay. We need the iPhone. We're gonna say essentials. What are we talking about? I'm gonna put a stretch band in there, because we can do everything with that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, therapy is part of my life, especially after tearing the Achilles. You know what I mean? So
Right.
we're gonna put one of the bands in there. We're gonna say, for branding's sake, we need some Global Hooper hater blockers, which I should have
Okay.
brought. I gave those to Adam.
Hey.
And then I would say the Bible.
There we
So
go.
we gotta stay
you
focused
go.
spiritually. You know what I mean?
There we go. Not today, Satan.
Yeah.
That is dope, man. I can't live without pizza, bro.
Ooh. Well, I didn't know food was part of the combo.
Hey, man,
If
how
I
you
get
gonna-
5
I
food
mean,
items, it would have been different. Water. You know what I mean? The pizza would have been in there. You know.
I would have thrown my charger in there too, because that phone's only be good for
Charge. That's
true.
That comes with the
That's
phone,
true.
I thought, though. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna need my
I
charger.
threw my charger in there, man. For sure. You got any hobbies outside of basketball that you like really into?
Outside of basketball, it's funny because like when I work, I just feel like I'm having fun. So I like work a lot. You know what I'm saying? I work 15-hour days, but it's just be like fun. You know what I mean?
Dope.
But hobbies outside of it, I like working out. I know that's like kind of part of the business.
No, that's cool. It's
but-
a stress reliever.
Yeah, and it could be different forms. It could be a hike. You know, we could go do the Santa Monica stairs, run the sand dune, you know, stuff like that. So I really like that. I'm trying to think what else. What's a hobby? Hobbies that I like. Lightweight sneakerhead.
Okay.
Just light.
Nice.
Not all.
Favorite kicks?
Favorite kicks? What, all time?
Yep.
Oh, dang.
And what's your favorite to hoop in?
Favorite to hoop
Yeah,
in?
yeah.
I'll do old school and new school.
Okay.
New school, the Kobe's are hard to top. Plus, I tore the Achilles, so from a performance standpoint, Kobe's are great because he made them like for that. You know what I'm saying? The support, but
A particular Kobe you like?
I like both. I like the 5 protos, and then I like the high tops that he made. What are those? The 10s, the 9s or the 10s. I've been recently rocking those.
I think they're the 9s, I think.
Those are amazing. I'm just getting into the Kobe's late though, last 5 years, because I wasn't actually a Kobe fan. I hate to say it, right? Rest in peace,
That's
Kobe.
okay.
But we were Jordan though. When Kobe first came out, people forgetting. People were like, "Oh, that's the imitate. He not even being himself. He trying to be Jordan." So we didn't really like, even though you couldn't debate the talent, right?
Right.
So I learned to respect it later. But I never got into sneakers until like recent. So Kobe sneakers, and then if I was to go back to the old school, like the And1 Tai Chi went crazy. You know.
That's the one they were bringing back a few years ago when I saw they were trying to do the research.
Yeah, they've retroed it a few times, right? Vince Carter wore it in the dunk contest. I wore them in high school.
That's fire.
I'm pretty
It
sure
was a
Adam
good
got a
performance.
pair.
Adam got a pair?
Well, cut from Complex Con, I think they.
Oh,
yeah, they
okay.
gave
I was
them
gonna say, I wouldn't have thought,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I
they
don't
were
think he
they
ever
were
laced
dope
them.
because they were one of the first shoes that was like for basketball, but super light. You know, because
Yeah.
like all the shoes back in the day are heavy. You know what I mean? That's why Kobe's and Kyrie's go so hard today because they're like just super lightweight, but way more supportive at the same time than like the old school
Yeah,
leather
it's crazy.
shoe. Yeah.
My Kobe's was the Crazy 8s.
Oh, the Adidas?
Adidas.
From a look standpoint, those were hard.
Yeah, I'm like flat-footed though, so that fit my like.
But they were like pillowy, right?
Exactly.
That was in the era where like Reebok made the Iverson like the question. Ooh, the questions were hard too.
Gosh.
Yeah,
With the
we
toe.
had some-
What are you?
This
on?
fly been going.
Body.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Wow, he
that
got
was some
a
Mr.
body.
Miyagi type
Wow.
stuff right there.
I still hear him over here.
The whole interview though, he was.
Got him. And I got it on the pod. Let's
Hey
go.
man, see, you got me out here fouling shit, and you know for sure you
going
got
crazy.
somebody else catching bodies, bro.
Catching bodies.
Let's go
Real man.
Bodies on camera. I don't know, man.
for sure. But no, the questions went hard. But that was that pillowy play ball. I actually liked that though for basketball, like that pillowy feel.
Yeah.
I felt like I could be really quick in those.
Did you like the answers ever? 'Cause
Yeah. I liked
was-
like the first 5 Iversons were hard. Like
That was his favorite player.
yeah.
The questions was so classic to me. It was so hard for me to get into the answers just because I just thought the questions were so the lows.
questions were stupid.
I loved them.
But those ones he came with the zipper, I still rock
Yeah,
those
yeah,
today as
yeah,
a throwback. The ones that you
Yeah.
like leave them unzipped and go.
Like,
those
like
are hard.
the low top mid shoe. I remember that.
Yeah.
Those was fire too.
Yo.
Those was fire. Man.
I was just telling my homie Lou over here. I was like, man, Iversons went hard because he's like, you like this? Because like he didn't know it from the old school. I'm like, bro, this was
Yeah.
the sauce. I'm trying to tell you,
Bro,
man.
like what? As far as the hooper, like you could throw that on with any jumpsuit. You was fly, bro.
Anything. But remember the whole basketball world were wearing the questions, kind of like Jordans back in the
Bro,
day when those
he
came
got
out.
some crazy
I got some
questions.
Candyland questions. There's
Oh dang, what color?
every color.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they literally like a rainbow. This shit is hard though.
Look like some Willy Wonkas.
Oh, that's dope. I actually did a content campaign for Reebok. They retroed like 2 or 3 years ago, but they had the red with the black toe, the black patent toe. That was pretty dope.
That's fire, man.
So you I know you did semi-pro. You've done a few other things. Do you got anything coming up? Like you doing any more acting, or do you actually have any plans to do acting where basketball is not involved?
Diving back into the acting game just the last couple years. So I had a cameo in a Nick Cannon film where we had just a couple lines or whatever, just myself. And then I did an Adam Sandler cameo. There's an Adam Sandler movie I think comes out June. It's called Hustle.
Okay,
So I had
okay.
like a little cameo on that.
Did you ball? Did you hoop when you had to have hooped with Adam Sandler?
No, so funny enough, two years ago, I get a Facebook message out of the blue from a guy who was a mutual friend, and he was like, "Hey, Adam wants to talk to you. You got any time today?" And I was like, "Adam who? Adam who? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adam 22? Who you talking about?"
Some
No, I didn't
homie?
even know. I didn't know who he was talking about. He's like Adam Sandler, and then I looked at dude's info, and he said he worked for Happy Madison. And I was like, "Oh wow!" Like, I was like, "Sure, 3 o'clock, I'm free, whatever." I'm taking it with a grain of salt, though, right? Adam Sandler busy on anything you
Right,
call.
right.
Called me though, chopped it up for like 30 minutes. He was like, "Bro, I'm a huge fan of your videos, man. Love this. There's not one of them I missed. boom, boom, boom. Like, and he was mad humble. Like, he would barely let me compliment him. I'm like, oh, I've been watching your movies forever. This is crazy. Like, I don't even know what to say. And then he was saying, like, I got a basketball project coming up next year. We might do. Maybe we'll write you in something like that. So when the opportunity came up, reached back out, hit me personally, and they had it was like a cameo, but it was like it might make the movie 50% it will, 50% it don't. Okay. And I said a couple lines, but I don't think the lines made the cut. But it was cool just for the relationship.
Yeah, bro, your journey got you to even film with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's why I felt like that one was worth it. Like, I wouldn't do an extra role now, but like I would do it on that level, especially if it was asked by the league. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. There's
people in the league out here ain't even doing that. Adam Sandler, fam.
Yeah,
Adam Sandler still looks like he still wears And1 shorts, like the baggy style.
He loved the baggy. He told me
never
that.
stopped that style.
I actually told him because there was like an ESPN post maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and it showed Adam Sandler hooping in some like random gym or whatever, but he had all 2003 gear on. And so I commented on it. I said something. I was like, I said Adam got them baggy era shorts, them And1 baggy era shorts, and it got like 5,000 likes, straight to the top. So I told him about that, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's how I like it, that's all." Or whatever. So that was funny, but that was cool. But yeah, no. Going all the way back, I moved to LA for act. I actually had a lead role in a movie that never dropped. It got shelved. And then that same year, I just went to an open casting for semi-pro, and I got like a premium extra role in a semi-pro. But that was cool. I met Will, I met Woody, and all that stuff. And so they kind of like got me in the game. But I've always done acting throughout my career, whether it was just like a commercial, little thing here, little thing there. But I'm trying to go back in and just produce my own films, because you mentioned acting outside of basketball, but that Hollywood game is different. I'm not well known in those circles. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. I tell people that, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, like that mainstream, that Hollywood mainstream media, like I do none of that. Like I don't get no mainstream on anything, hardly at all. So when we go to like a red carpet, it'll be like 2 out of 30 cameramen that would know who I am, just because that world's different, right? They're not sports people, like primarily. Maybe it's a little different today. I haven't really revisited as much today with social and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm trying to go back in but produce my own projects.
Is it the content you're thinking about doing, is it like scripted, or is it like reality based, like document type shit? Or like, do you think you would do like some scripted fiction type stuff?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, this is I'm trying to produce 2 different films where I like play lead in. They have to do with basketball though, because that's like my end. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
And then yeah, I mean, we're trying to knock on all those doors. You know what I mean? Like whether it's like a streaming series or something like that. So yeah, just trying to brand expand. You know what I mean? Like even outside of online and
fire.
We doing a biography film, like a dramatized one?
It's too soon to talk about, just because they know how it is. Like I did a whole movie. We had an A-list cast. Boom, done. Premiered at New York Tribeca Film Festival. Standing O, and it never came out. So, but I think one thing about that is I told the whole world it was coming out. You know what I mean? Announcing it.
That's the bummer though.
Yeah, so like I don't even like to speak on stuff until the more come to life. But you're online with you thinking how I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
I got you though. Last but not least,
sure,
we gonna make that moment happen.
Yeah, it's good.
So I'm trying to put together this celebrity game, no jumper celebrity game, right?
Okay.
You don't have to play.
All right.
Just make an appearance.
I'll make an appearance.
I want you to play.
Now you trying to? All right, go ahead, man.
You got my word on making an appearance.
Appreciate that.
That's all we can ask.
No doubt. What were you gonna say? Well,
no, because we've been having all these ballers on the show, and Keekee keeps on trying to recruit every single one onto his team. His team keeps changing every episode, so I wanted to see if he just wanted to add you to the roster.
You know what it is though? It's a celebrity game. Be honest, like I played in hundreds of celebrity games, right? To the point where it almost got old. They're actually like too common. This is to be honest. Not that they can't be great events. Don't get me wrong. You should do it. It's a great idea. And then it's like the same people playing them. And then I realized sometimes it's hard because like the audience will want you to perform a certain way, but you might, like one time I played in a celebrity game and an actor, I'm not gonna say his name, like he played the point guard the entire, like he got the hand, they taking the ball out of bounds, he went and got the handoff, you know what I mean? And then like sometimes you play people who don't even know how to play ball. And then one time like the Floyd Mayweather celebrity game the last couple of years, like one time I played 5 minutes and then another one I played like 10, you know what I mean? Like, but you couldn't get off how you wanted. And then I realized it's good to rub elbows, like it was dope, but I did the dinner. I met everybody, you know what I mean? I literally met everybody in the game, you know, at the top, A-list icon, all that. So I felt like there was more value in me just like playing under my own umbrella, and maybe once in a while popping out. Like Power 106 had a dope one.
Yeah.
BET Awards used to do a dope one. So once in a while I do it, but it was just that we did so many, and I just saw less benefit from it. Because if you go play a game for 5-10 minutes, the crowd don't know. They're like, oh, he didn't really go. That wasn't.
Well, that's not going to happen with us, y'all.
All right. Well.
Hey, make sure y'all comment, man, if y'all want to see the professor out there, man.
Yeah, we need him to turn up, for sure.
We appreciate y'all. This is another episode of No Jumper Sports, and it's lit.
We out.
Oh, man, we done.
Hey, man, that professor interview was a straight banger. Go ahead and comment, run it up. But guess what we got going on right now? Professor, Jason, and Tiny Cud T-Rail is up in here at No Jumper Sports. Turn this shit though. Beep up.
I crossed over to my boy Professor. Then got right in the seat. Don't worry about nothing. They
You know
came
what I'm
right
talking
in
about?
here.
Professor's still on the ground with a broken ankle.
I think we got it. Hey, Boss Nova,
One
go
hand.
get the homie an ice pack, man. Get the homie an ice pack, man. Thank you for coming through, though, T-Rail.
Yeah, I'm in here with y'all.
Man, appreciate it. We ain't gonna smoke you out, though. Don't trip.
Nah,
bro.
smoke, you know,
No, we
do
gonna
y'all
smoke
thing.
you out.
Do y'all thing. Do y'all thing.
Hey, man, I want to like shed some light on 3 individuals, man. We got one player from UNLV, Charles Williams. He's a running back. He's about to go to the NFL draft. He's gonna come sit down and talk to us about it. We got Nick Pickett. He's a DB out of Oregon. He's going to the draft. He's gonna sit down and come talk about it. And also, we got Marshawn Cameron. He's doing his thing at Colorado State. So you guys, we're bringing you history. When have you seen 3 players on a podcast getting ready to go to the draft? Look at it.
Giving everybody something to look forward to the next
on,
episode
man.
already.
That's cold, man.
Y'all know what we on here? History.
I love
Next
it here,
level.
you know what I'm saying? Because you're giving them a platform to speak about it, talk about it, and enlighten people on what's going on. Because a lot of people don't be knowing about them and shit like that
Right.
until they kind of get to the league and start doing their thing. And then, you know, the other sports like platforms, you know, they super big, ESPN and all
Right.
the whole little shit. So you can't get on there until you top 10 in the league. So
Right.
it'd be kind of crazy, you know, or unless you have a good game, 30-point game, then, you know, you got the announcer chasing you. But other than that, you feel me? Like, they really don't have nobody to, you know, to
Show 'em
showcase
what's
what's
up.
going, you know,
Yeah.
and have them tell their story. So, yeah, this is great.
On me. I
Sticking
agree with you.
to the brand is No Jumper Sports. We
Yeah.
early. We getting
Yes,
the real
sir.
raw talent.
On me. Adam used to do it. He used to see these young SoundCloud rappers and hey, bro, I think they're going to be something. And then next thing you know, they are the business. You feel what I'm saying?
And then it probably be their only interview, and then people tap back in. Like,
Right.
oh,
Right.
that's crazy.
That's what we want to see. We want to see these dudes come back. We want to see the views go up later.
On me.
Yes,
They
sir.
gonna go. They go up about a day though. So we getting better and better, man. We taking our time and we doing it right, y'all. So thank y'all for being with us thus far. I think we getting a whole lot better though. I'm gonna keep it real. What
Nah,
you think?
you are.
Putting in the word.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I like what you
Number
guys
one
are
critic.
doing. Yeah, I am a critic. You know what I'm saying? Definitely getting better. Definitely doing your thing, and you know what I'm saying. Definitely building that camaraderie that you guys need. Y'all missing pieces. You're missing pieces here.
Right.
You feel me? So now you just stay here, be consistent, man. Laugh it up, joke it up, man, and
Appreciate
talk that shit up.
For real.
Good
Because
look on the support, bro.
nah, because
Yeah.
one thing they don't know, man, is like we really like a family here. You feel what I'm saying? And first 2 episodes, T-Rail was like, "Hey, Keekee, you did your thing, bro. I'm Le'Veon Bell."
Yeah,
He tripped
Le'Veon
out.
came in
Ricky
here.
Williams. He like, God, that's his history. In the group chat, like, bro, are y'all not paying attention to this?
Hell no, they niggas ain't paying attention.
No, they're not.
Nigga,
Hey,
are
but
you
look,
But
crazy?
it's all good, though.
But my boy hit me back like, man, I'm happy, man. Like, if you ever need anything, you feel what I'm saying? I'm going to shoot it your way, Keekee. I know you might get mad at me. I know you don't be wanting to listen, cuz. But I got you, bro, because he's into sports too. So it's a good fit, man, and we really appreciate you sitting down. You funny as hell, cuz.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to Stephen A. my shit because I'm first take every motherfucking morning.
Hey.
So I'm like, I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying, give my take on shit.
Okay.
That's
What's your
Like
take
this
on
Kyrie
sports?
situation.
I was about to say,
Oh,
talk
let's
about
Get
Let's
into
jump
it.
right
I
into it.
love
Talk about
this
it.
Kyrie situation and the way he held out and the way he stood his ground. And I love that, you know what I'm saying, he's doing his Ramadan thing right now. It's very respectable. How how could you hate this brother? And this man, Stephen A, gets on First Take every day, and he always has something to say. How can you hate this brother for standing down for what he believes in?
I'm gonna just let you know off top. I was an early hater of the situation.
Okay.
But I converted because I always been a Kyrie fan.
Yeah.
Baller. I mean, but I like dude. I like what he's talking about. But it's like the flat earth shit, all that little goofy shit. I kind of let that shape my perception, and I was stupid. And then I kind of was like, oh man, it's just too distracting, bro. You gonna miss half the games. Like, this is goofy. But to be real with you, when he made that decision, like, I'm gonna go sit in the stands and I'm gonna show you how dumb this is. That I could be in the room, mask off, in a seat, but I can't be on the floor. Like, this is when he did that, he changed my perspective, and then he came back and dropped crazy buckets, bro.
60 piece.
Yeah, you got to change your perspective on the owners
That
and the
make me
people that
mad.
are running the organization and telling this young man he can't come, you know what I'm saying, and play home games, but the opposing side can come and they're not vaccinated and they're coming playing a full game, four quarters.
Facts.
I
Full
game.
cannot believe this shit.
For
And
real.
everybody's bringing it up like he's just the most terrible person in the fucking world. And you have to look at the organization. But I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's doing his thing, and I'm glad they are number 7 in the playoffs. Finna go crazy.
Hey, Josh, isn't it crazy that, like, I just picked up on something T-Rail just said. They'll let them play the away games.
Yeah.
But the home games, they're favored to win because they're at home, right?
They're
so they
favored
want
to
to
win
put
at
the
home.
homie in when it's tough.
But no, not only that.
It was the loss.
No, I'm just saying, I'm thinking on a
It was
whole
the
nother
laws.
perspective.
It
I
was
know
the
what's
laws.
going on.
Bullshit,
But
you know?
ultimately, you know what it is too? You rest Kyrie all season, and you got him fresh for the playoffs when they actually need
Real
it.
talk.
Which is
So
also
it was a game plan.
Not completely, but I think that's part of the equation. I don't think he's in a rush to play all these games because he knows his value is in the postseason.
That's the silver lining.
So
That's
I think
a-
they were
that's a
waiting
good
for
point,
us.
Joe.
And you know what? They're in the 7th spot, and I couldn't be more nervous for them to be playing the Celtics right now.
I would have
Except-
believed that. I would have believed.
I would be scared if it was last year's Nets. I am not. The fact that they're going to talk about bringing Ben Simmons back for the playoffs, all of a sudden everything's looking a lot better for the Celtics.
Watch watch your ass, Mr. Postman.
I would have believed Kyrie didn't. You know, they had that plan with Kyrie if James Harden wasn't playing, but James Harden was playing, Kyrie was playing, Katie was playing. It's a collective. Come over here, do your thing, and it pretty much left my boy James Harden out there. You know what I'm saying? Out to
Fending for
dry.
himself,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's a couple injuries have to go. You know, shit
lot of
happens.
injuries.
Yeah, shit happens, and he's just out there. Probably, you know, I don't know what happened with the organization or the coaches and shit like that. But I'm pretty sure Kyrie wanted to be out there every step of the way, helping his
Yeah.
brothers. Because if he had James Harden, I mean, I think Ben Simmons probably wouldn't even be there
Straight up.
Yeah.
on everything.
Speaking of James Harden, that's your boy.
Yeah, that's my boy, man.
You from Bring
That's
Cup.
your boy too.
That's your
You know
boy?
what I'm saying? We
Let's
cool.
go, James. You know what I'm saying?
get
this
up
motherfucker
here,
ready.
man.
You feel me?
We need that.
Drake, come on up
OB.
here. Bring James in here,
Oh,
man.
me,
Tell
not-
him what's the deal.
Not only do we need it, they need it.
Yeah, man.
You feel what I'm
They
saying?
need to hear that. They need to hear his story too on how he came up. Because, you know, once you get that money, everybody feel like you've been. For some reason, when you get 100 million, it's like you always had 100 million. It's
Like you always had
like
it,
you
huh?
always had it. They don't never go back down to where you started. Like
For
we
real.
never see that with sports players. I wonder why. In baseball, you do though. In baseball, they hitting balls in the middle of the street in the dirt with a stick. They let you see that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For some reason, they really don't tell that story
That's right.
unless you got a fucking case pending.
On me, bro, what is up with that? On the sports shit, everybody want to bring up their problems. Like, man, shed some light on this man's journey, bro. Like, that's one thing with sports I was always, like, weary with. Like, please, bro, I want to make this, like, a show where we could let them tell their story and be cool. You feel what I'm saying? Not, oh, I'm going to bring up them charges you had. Oh, I'm going to bring, like, damn, bro.
You know T-Row will bring up the charges.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the charge.
I was just saying, I'm going to bring up the charges if they come on the show.
See, look.
We got to talk a
I
little
showed my boy Le'Veon, and the homie was like,
No, you told
hey,
me.
he got some. He got some shit going on. He had some shit going on. I was like, I would have asked him. You feel me? But shit, sports get a little messy too. Like sports, it's always
Hey.
something going on.
Hey, do you know how, like, prepared I was for Kasim to trip when I asked him about getting pistol whipped over the girl, bro? I was like, oh my God, man, let me go ahead and sit straight because he might get upset about this. But
I mean, but that's sometimes they want to get that off.
Yep, and that's
wanna give
exactly
their
what it
side
was.
story.
You
It's
got to
exactly what
change the
happened.
narrative. You have to change the narrative. So sometimes, or most of the time, I would say fuck it all the time. You got to ask these questions, man. You give them the opportunity to change the narrative. And if y'all don't want to change the narrative, keep that shit like that then.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but yeah.
That's what's gonna be special about this. They could come on here, and we're not gonna try to shape what they're saying. Like they gonna say what they want to say. But I think you're right. We should ask those questions. We gotta dig deep.
Well,
Josh?
you gotta dig deep.
Josh.
You gotta hit them with her.
Get your shovel.
Yeah, keep them light. Keep them light.
your
but
shovel.
You get in there, joking and laugh with them, but still ask that serious question.
I'm gonna let Cuz do it. So just if they get out of line, I might have to Will Smith somebody for the homie.
I mean, the
right?
white man always got. You gotta give him. You gotta put the white voice on. So what happened with her? Yeah. You gotta hit him with that question. My man over here gotta give a light smile, and it'll be all right. That's what I'm telling y'all, bro. This is great though.
Nah, man, I appreciate you, man.
And one, Josh asked me, "You want to come sit down?" And I said, "Yeah." And the first thing I thought about was
We're gonna jump your ass.
that, and this motherfucker is a Laker hater, and my Lakers aren't in the playoffs. And I was like,
So
what,
other
this
moves
is a
too, though.
good
That's
time for me to go ahead and shed some light on Russell Westbrook. I love you to death. You did your thing. You played 78 games hard as you could. They tried to, say you was weak
me.
and this and that
On
and the
me.
other, you know what I'm saying? Calling you Westbrook, calling you out your name. But you worked hard every day, man, and I appreciate it, man. He went all those injuries. You feel me?
Shout out to Russell,
Do you think
man.
he'll be back next year?
Hopefully he'll be back next year, and hopefully they'll have Mark Jackson or something coaching the team, somebody they all respect. Because I think it's
You
kind
don't
of
think
like
they respected Vogel?
I don't think all those personalities, those big star power, they didn't respect him enough.
He won them a championship though in the little Mickey Mouse bubble that kind of counts as a championship.
See, this is what I'm
It
talking
counts-
about. This is what I'm
Yes.
talking about. So you don't think the bubble counted?
It counts for him in this time. It doesn't count for the Lakers, but it definitely counts for
Why
the
don't
coach.
count for the Lakers? It's
Because-
a championship.
It was in a bubble.
What does
In
that
Disney.
mean?
It was a Disney bubble.
But
A
what-
Mickey Mouse bubble championship.
Right, give me something on the soundboard of your choice.
What does that mean? They still had to work hard. It was even harder. That was one of the hardest rings you would ever have to go through. They could not leave. They had to eat bullshit meals. They really couldn't do as much as they wanted to. They were kept away from their family. People were depressed. They were losing their mind. People was talking about killing themselves.
Are you
Cuz.
saying this as
What
a-
nigga veins coming out his neck? Don't you talk about the goddamn Lakers
You
like
saying
that.
this as a Lakers fan? Because if somebody else had won it, would you still be like,
Yeah, that's a championship. That's a win.
okay? So you're saying it seemed like
A win is a win.
It's a
We
harder
need to get a
basketball.
parade, cuz.
What if they switch to just like that kind of format then? Like if it's a harder version of basketball, it's more intense. And like, why don't they just do that? Like,
What
why
was the
did we
format?
revert?
Only format was different. There was no fans.
That's the
Oh
money.
yeah.
The
But
money.
Yeah.
No
The
travel.
No fans.
No ticket
Either you got to
sales.
get in here and
Okay,
play.
okay.
The concession
right.
stand
No
losing.
fans. It's like
No
playing
fans,
park
no travel.
basketball.
Yeah.
It's like you
Lack of
really
fans is the
gotta.
dumbest shit, for
It's
sure.
like you gotta really play. It's like
Oh,
that
God.
fan energy. If that fan give you energy, it's almost like a superpower.
They
but-
almost call fouls for you too sometimes.
Yeah.
So without
Look,
that,
fans is going crazy. The crowd
On me.
going crazy.
Momentum.
Momentum going. Ain't none of that shit.
none of that.
You finna play ball, bitch, until we win.
Raw game. That's it.
So
Yeah.
again, legit championship, right?
Legit.
Why are you firing your coach 2 years later?
I mean, somebody got to take the fall.
2
Who
years.
takes the fall? Who takes the fall? LeBron?
I mean-
Never.
No, but
Yeah,
maybe
there's no
you
way
don't. But
LeBron's
maybe
ever
you
getting
don't let LeBron make the team next year.
What you mean?
That's his assumption, bro.
I mean-
he just don't like Cuz, so he just
LeBron
comes
put
up
this
with
team
this
together.
assumption.
LeBron brought all his friends over to the team this year.
Okay.
And what happened? None of them could stay playing at the same time. They were injured. They didn't make the playoffs.
Nigga, we telling you it's the coach fault.
Okay,
That's
we
the
gonna-
coach
okay,
that won them
okay.
a championship just 2
Okay,
years
we're
ago.
gonna-
The same
That-
coach.
he didn't win him shit.
Okay, we're gonna wait
He
on
didn't win
this.
them with
It's the
less
same
of a,
GM you talking about.
We're gonna wait on this because Russell kind of threw Vogel under the bench a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I don't know what was his reason for not liking me." So boom. So soon as he said that, now I got all type of shit to be thinking about.
Come
My,
on
my,
now.
my mind is doing this. LeBron ain't coming to practice. I don't see niggas with the goofy handshakes on the bench. I don't see nothing going on.
And we reading tweets talking about he want to play with Steph Curry now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who, Bron?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Bron always been a Steph Curry fan, man. He went to one of his
And
college
Bron
games.
always
He wants
wanted
the
to
best.
win.
Yeah, he want to win. That's
because he
all.
wants the best.
He just want to
Yeah.
win, bro. Why is it wrong that somebody come in the league with a focus on winning?
Yeah, I mean,
because look at KD. He was with Steph, but he wanted to leave and went on his own.
Okay, my thing is nobody got upset with Shaq when he left. Nobody.
What you mean? When he left what?
No.
When he left Orlando, they was mad.
Yeah.
But
When
what
he
I'm
left
saying
the
is,
Lakers, we kicked his ass off the Lakers.
But my thing is,
I love you, Shaq.
who don't?
You know what I'm saying?
The big Aristotle. But
they-
my thing is like, why wasn't it a big thing like that, like it is for LeBron when he leaves the team to go win?
The Lakers didn't want Shaq at that point.
Yeah, they didn't want Shaq. They
Shaq
didn't
and
want
Kobe were oil and water at the end.
Cool.
But also, another thing with LeBron is LeBron, he started with the Cavs. Like, his whole shit was way different, though. Like, no, but that was just, all I'm saying is that was the story that if he would have came and got a ship out the gate or early with the Cavs, that's more of like a childhood dream even than just going to any team. That's your,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You
put
want
in
it down
mind-
for your city.
Put in mind and in perspective that you're the number one player coming out, right, out of high school. You go play, you got all this fucking love, you got all this talent, and they put you on a team with a gang of bums.
I'm out of here.
But that's how the NBA works.
My thing is, he won with those guys too, though. Yeah,
He
so
did.
what's wrong with him, like, wanting to go win more?
It's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong
and
with
it's-
No,
I
there's
mean,
nothing wrong with that, but he ultimately just went back to win for them. And if his goal was to win for them, he should have just stayed.
I mean, at that time, it probably was some friction again with due to the organization. People, you know what I'm saying, not trying to meet his expectations of players that he wanted. Like, it's a whole bunch of things in there that probably, that gave LeBron a lot. Like breathing room to say, you know what, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna test free agency and I'm gonna go see what to do because I asked you
Straight
for X,
up.
Y, and Z, and you're not trying to come to grips with me.
Right.
You're not trying to hear
Right.
anything I'm saying. So I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna go test the waters. There's nothing wrong with him doing that. They do it to us. It's all the business. At the end of the day, I'm not sitting here trying to be faithful to the fans and all this shit. I'm trying to win and I'm trying to get this money.
Straight
what do
up.
y'all want me to do? Like,
Exactly.
like,
'Cause
I'm
I'ma
not
go
trying to-
out here and perform.
I'm not trying to be sad in Cleveland where it's snowing. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers weak as fuck. We
And I've
losing.
been-
I'm working hard as
And I've
fuck.
been living here my whole life.
Like, no, I don't want to do that shit. So it's all the organization, man. Bring me these players, all right, cool. I'm gonna go over here then, man. And that's how it is. That's how I thought it was. Really, you know what I'm saying? And Dwayne Wade, that's his friend. He probably was like, come over here, bro. I'm on my last little leg. We got about 3-4 years. We can try to get a couple, and we gonna do it like that.
We got Chris Bosh over here doing his thing.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to run the wing. He going to hold the paint
And Ray
down.
Allen
and
came over there and did some scandalous shit.
But my thing, see, look, nobody's mad at these other players for bouncing. Why do they bounce? Because they want to win.
So they're chasing rings.
Yeah.
So you think LeBron
We
is more
going-
concerned with chasing rings and being the
There-
greatest
I
player
mean,
of
You
all
see
more
how
time?
he set that up? He just painted a picture and said, so they're chasing rings.
Chasing-
No,
So you're just
they're
gonna
just
you're gonna
hooping.
go to the best situation
winning.
for yourself.
There's almost kind of
Get
one of the
your
same,
rings, right?
You chasing
Why
the
not?
rings.
But why not?
You chasing
That's
the
a-
rings
hey,
to
that's a
be
lane.
considered the
I love you
greatest.
for
But that ain't your
Why
that
not?
ain't your persona. You're the team guy. You're gonna build a team around you. I'm not gonna have the dude who's jumping shit the second things get bad to go win his shit. Building my team.
The second
I'm
or
not
the
gonna
few
go-
years. Not the second. Not like one season.
Why nobody said that shit to Garnett when he went to the Celtics?
I'm just saying, bro.
Paul Pierce, and
They
then
all
you got
like
Ray
that.
Allen. You got all these guys. Why nobody said that about KG when he went over here to the Celtics? And
Why
they
ain't
the fucking
nobody
dreams
tripping
and-
on
Because-
Kobe for wanting Shaq off the team?
It ain't a big deal if you're playing your whole career, you've accomplished whatever, and you want to win towards the end of it. A lot of players do that. Doing that once makes sense.
Do you
Going
know-
from place to place in your prime, at the top of your career, and dictating what those teams are doing to build around you, and then leaving
I say
without
that.
finishing
I say
through.
that's a very smart business move, and I say, you know what? He's teaching all these players something. You don't have to stay in one place anyway. Don't give your all and your heart into this organization, because at the end of the day, they are going to either trade you, give you up for something less, or not give you what you're worth. So you might as well do what's in your heart, what you feel is the best, because you see what they're doing. You see what they did to the Blazers?
Got blazed.
Yeah.
You see what they're doing to the Blazers. And this
Getting
man, all he
blazed.
says is, I want to stay. I want to stay. I want to be here. I want to be here. Where's his pieces? Gone.
Real talk.
CJ McCollum out of there.
Where's his pieces? Gone. Like, and he had a chance to go Lakers. He had a chance to do anything. People calling him. People is
time.
calling Damian Lillard like, please come, please.
Yeah.
And he like, no, I don't want to do it. So I feel like, it's a great business move. But if we go on like to the old ways of how things were done in basketball, they stay with their team X amount of years and they suck it up. But then back then in basketball, like in the 90s, every team was fucking good.
Every team.
Every damn near team was fucking good.
Every team.
On the East Coast was crazy. The East Coast was beating us at every All-Star game.
Do y'all remember the time the Sacramento Kings was like?
Oh, come on, bro.
That's what I said. Them
The
90s.
Timberwolves
Where
with
you think
Garnett,
I was living? I was living this
the
South, bro.
that shit was
Suns, the
crazy.
Sixers,
Cowbells
the
everywhere.
Lakers,
The
Utah.
Hawks. Everybody was going crazy. Yeah, Utah was
Bro.
even going crazy.
Karl Malone.
Oh God, the mailman.
Bro, who the fuck was Mailman gonna play with? Hakeem Olajuwon? Like, man, that's cheap. Like, you gotta stay over here with these niggas, bro. Like, you feel
Oh,
me? Like,
shit.
I mean,
I think
all
that
teams
kind of
is good.
answers your question, though, because if you look at it, Bron, he's on the tail end of a lot of that. So he's really like the symbol of that transition of, and when he came in, like I said, bro, he was for the home team. This is like a Cinderella story type shit where it's like, but the minute that didn't happen and he went to Miami, it's like, at the time I did feel like it was kind of wrong. But then looking back on it, I'm like, I don't really care. He could leave. You're right. I'm less romantic about the teams now. I switched from a team dude to I just like
sports
Players.
Yeah, and
Just
another thing, bro, I
sports.
grew up as a Warriors fan, so I grew up used to seeing a good team lose. I
Yeah.
don't ever remember the Warriors sucking and not being fun games, but we just wasn't winning. But it was just, it made me watch
right
all
here.
kinds of games and shit. So it's like, I'm not that romantic about the teams.
So right here at the table, y'all, let's give them a prediction of some MLB World Series.
The Dodgers is going all the way again. Hopefully you motherfuckers gonna win. Because y'all be playing with the shit.
Let them know,
man, y'all got everything set up for y'all. The organization, the players, everything. We have the best team, the best structure in the MLB right now. The Dodgers should win everything, but just not how it goes.
The thing is, man, baseball is so crazy.
So what do you think of the Dodgers pulling Kershaw after 7 innings, perfect baseball this early in the season?
But you know what? This early in the season, you know why? Because when it goes towards the end of the season, we need him. Mm-hmm. We need him. But I will want him to break those milestones and do that shit. At least let him do it this game. God damn, Dodgers.
Man.
We can't be on the damn news already.
You think
like
that-
doing bullshit.
That's some like advanced stat shit where they're just saying, all right, you're not going over
This many pitches. We know your arm is fucked up.
Right, we
can
want you
only
for this long
last-
of the season, X,
Yeah.
Y, and Z.
Started training late,
But
all that.
Yeah.
Baseball is such a sport that needs attentions. It needs milestones. This early in the season, like you can afford to maybe miss a game somewhere else, like and make up those pitches.
Yeah, for real.
You keep them in. That's a mistake to take them out.
You'd rather be in there for
that story.
attempting the perfect game or getting the perfect game, obviously,
Yeah.
but then not. I mean, just imagine. Like,
But we don't know
I'll
if
be
Kershaw
hurt.
was like, it was on him too. Like, hey, look, check me out, take me out.
Hell no. Ain't no player,
know
bro,
any
gonna do that
pitcher that
shit.
wants to come
Hell no. Nigga, let the coach let you be going for 40 and you haven't
Seventh
missed
inning?
one shot.
Yeah, bro.
18 for 18,
game.
20 for 20. And then they about to sub you the last 2 minutes of the game. 3 minutes. Oh, he tired. You're gonna be like, coach.
I seen Phil do that
Coach.
to Kobe before he hit 81. It was like 61, 70, and he took him out. I'm like, in the third quarter, I'm like, what are you doing?
Cub probably was about to break down
And
like a
then,
Volkswagen.
After that, I mean, but they was blowing him out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
respectful. You supposed to do that shit. You blow a
Yeah.
nigga out, man. Take this nigga out of the game, please.
On me.
But you know that last game was like, let him score the 81, please. Let him keep going.
Yeah.
That's he did it. Maybe Kershaw might do it again. You know, because the fans do be speaking. The fans will see. There it go again. We need the fans. The fans talk to you.
Look.
What if baseball was in a bubble?
Exactly.
What if baseball was in a bubble? That
Nobody,
should be the most
nobody
boring.
out there in the home run space to try to catch a ball. None of that,
That
shit.
should be like a little league game. Like you
On
really
me.
got to be out there playing
Oh,
hard.
me, you not seeing the wave go up. You ain't seeing none of that shit.
It's least likely just because it's outside and shit, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
but some teams do. It seem like they don't have no fans sometimes. It's hard.
That's just
selling
baseball.
Selling them
Yeah,
damn
yeah,
tickets. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you got a fucking game on Monday at 2:00. But ain't nobody coming to that shit. And in Boston, like I ain't going to that
Get
shit.
up out
They
of
sell out all
there.
those games in Boston. Boston ain't got no problem selling those tickets. It's like
Damn.
like Cincinnati. I don't think the Cincinnati Reds are selling out tickets on the Tuesday at 3 o'clock.
Nah, that's out.
So T-Rail got the Dodgers. I'm going to go off the wall with it and go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, keep going off the ball.
Yeah, you go there.
My boy, he flickered off the ball.
I'm taking the Red Sox, obviously.
I love it.
For obvious reasons. I would love to see a World Series. It almost happened last year.
It almost happened. Damn. What happened? It's bad luck over there. What did they do?
You didn't make it through.
But we got shit though. We got shit going.
You lost in the same round we did.
That's okay.
Okay.
How
What
many
you got? What you got, Jay?
My heart want to say the A's, but I don't feel it. I don't really feel it. But I'm a player fan, and I'm gonna go for the Jays just because I like Vlad Jr. Bro, smacked 3 homers last night, bro.
Smack.
Fucking
Smack.
I like him. I'm getting a good feel of him early. I feel like let's keep it going.
Dude, he hit one the
So
other
right
night.
now, I'm gonna say
That was a line drive. But just went out of the park, like 400 something
crazy.
feet.
You know what? Since I got my boy Josh here,
What
I
up?
want to say hockey has the best highlights
You're fucking with it, huh?
ever.
Bullshit.
Now I've been DMing hockey highlights with Josh. Bro.
That's cool. Y'all could
They
agree
got
on
some
that.
crazy
But
shit.
hell
I've
no,
been
I
doing it.
disagree.
I ain't gonna say ever. I mean, basketball is up there. Basketball is up there. But the shit they doing for them gold, bro. I'm
You high,
telling you,
nigga.
bro.
You need to get high real
But
quick.
you
what it
need to
is?
look at that shit.
It's
Am
the
I
stick
lying?
Nah, it's the stick skills because everything basketball you do with your
crazy.
hands. But to be able to do that with like a little puck, with something else.
I seen
It's
the
impressive.
motherfucker pick.
skates.
I seen the
On
nigga pick the
skates.
puck up, do a 360, hit that motherfucker to the thing. Bah! I was like,
Fire.
never.
No, it blew your mind now.
Shit was crazy.
Shaq and the Fool. You got the best highlights to me, my brother.
Oh yeah, he in
Straight
basketball.
up.
In basketball, yeah, Shaq is and Sean Kemp.
Shaq and the Fool, man. Shaq and the Fool. Shaq and the Fool. Shaq and the Fool. Yeah, got
I
my
was a
boy
big
T
Sean
over here
Kemp fan,
smoking.
bro.
You was a Sean Kemp fan?
Yeah, bro. I
Seattle
love Sean-
Supersonics. That's why.
Man, I
Nigga,
just love
what? That
motherfucking.
shit was crazy.
I thought he had swag. He had the cleanest kicks, but then he played with 2 chains on. To me, that was 2 chains before 2 chains.
Again,
The Rayman was hard, bro.
Again, those teams back then were all good. Sean
Gary
Kemp
Payton.
and Gary Payton,
Rain
Deadlift Shrimp.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Gary Payton, GP. That's town business.
Hold on. What was the big dude? Baker.
Oh,
Vin Baker.
Vin
Van
Baker.
Baker. Don't
know why,
sleep.
Bro.
There wasn't
Team
free
Jordan
agency like there
Vindicates,
is now.
very
Don't
underrated
It
shooter.
wasn't though. I mean,
Teams would draft players, 1 or 2 good players. They develop them, and all of these teams would have good players. And there was a lot of.
it's no way you developing
consistency.
Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. They came right out the gate.
Yeah, you get lucky in the draft.
Crazy.
They helped develop the rest of the team with the.
Barkley
Cuz.
coming right out the gate.
Sean Kemp, child support, crazy.
Yeah, he got hella kids, right?
Cuz got children.
Where the fuck that come from?
We talking about Sean Kemp, cuz. Y'all talking, hey, on
You said you're not
here.
going to bring
Kemp
up all
might
this
come in
shit.
the motherfucker.
You said you were going to keep the cases out.
Sean Kemp better not come up in here
Nigga talking about
bullshitting.
Sean
cuz.
Kemp child support.
Hey, Sean Kemp better not come up in here bullshitting with all that child support he got going on, cuz.
Oh, no.
That's cool.
Come on, man. I fuck with the Sonics, though, man.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
for real, that was a dope organization, man. Like I always liked the Sonics and shit. I was sad to see them lose the team.
Do you
Bro,
think they'll
even
get a
in-
team again?
What? Who?
Seattle. They have a hockey team now. Do you think they'll get a basketball team again?
No. It's over with. It's over with. Who did they give it to?
OKC.
OKC is done. Damn, dog. Fuck, it's done. Even the Knicks was sick. Spreewell,
Man.
Allen,
Come on now, Childs.
Ewing.
Ewing.
All you gotta
it was
do
crazy back then.
is play NBA Jam to prove his
Yeah.
point. Because when you play NBA Jam and you see these lineups, you're like, bro, what team was weak, bro?
Real.
Every-
Because it was all
man.
2-on-2.
Everybody had crazy all-stars, like, bro.
They had to get
Remember
past
Larry
Jordan
Johnson?
Hey,
and Magic
you know
and
how
Hornets. It was
Larry
too
Bird.
crazy
You
back
know how
then.
sometimes you play the game and you like, nowadays you do random teams? Shit, it would have going down back then if you would have did some random teams back then.
And then they all start retiring.
You got a chance.
And
Everybody
then even the
got a chance.
mailman stayed kind of like, you had to get past. Then after the mailman, it's like, you got to get past Tim Duncan and David Robinson. It's
Oh,
like,
man.
Dude, those Spurs
Emerald-
teams were nuts.
people
for
were
a
like,
while.
then Kobe like, shit, did you play against Tim Duncan and
I was just
No.
about to say, like, how you name those
Yeah.
people.
Dirk.
Did you
I
have
was-
to get past Dirk?
Hey.
No.
Nah.
Hey, I was just sitting here
Who you
thinking,
had?
like,
Who's your Dirk equivalent?
when AI, Kobe and them came to the league, and then I'm like being Jordan and them at that moment is just like, damn. Look at these little young motherfuckers here, bro. Just, going to
Kobe.
the cup, though. You feel what I'm saying? AI was
Y'all
going to the
talking
cup
about
on shit. Like, I'm like, bro, that was unlimited buckets, bro.
Man,
Shout out to AI because he had unlimited buckets.
For real, bro.
No cap.
Shaq.
One of
You
the
feel what I'm
best to
saying?
watch.
Like, bro, man, I'm so hurt. My boy Penny Hardaway, bro, got hurt, man.
Penny.
That was my
Can't
first
forget
favorite
about
basketball
my
player
boy
ever,
Penny.
bro. Man, that hurt,
Tracy
bro.
McGrady.
T-Mac, man, was
Come on.
bro. I loved Houston for a minute, bro.
Man,
T-Mac
when
was killing him.
when they had T-Mac and Vince, though.
I think T-Mac didn't.
Cousins.
I think T-Mac didn't make like the 75 greatest players in the world.
He didn't?
I don't think he made
He's
it.
probably right
What?
on the
Underrated, bro.
That is
How is that even
crazy.
possible?
Not
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
We could pull up the list and debate it another day, but he's
Yeah,
probably like
yeah.
right on the cusp.
Bro,
of
he's
it.
now that we speaking on it, he's the first KD we ever seen. Keeping it 100.
He probably is one of the hardest players ever. You feel me?
Top
And
10. He's in my top 10 for
And
sure.
underrated is Gilbert Arenas.
Gil.
Gilbert was
Gilbert.
giving niggas 50.
Bro, I spoke on
40.
Gilbert, bro. I seen him at the park go for like
Crazy.
50 in some shell toes, cuz. Some low
Giving
top
niggas
shell
buckets.
toes.
Yeah, he cold, bruh.
I couldn't believe it, bro. Couldn't believe it. So, all right, we tapped in on the baseball predictions. Now let's get into some football. Who y'all see going to the ship? Or who are y'all taking?
Football
should I say?
is really hard, man, and you really can't predict this shit. And especially
Very hard.
college too. Don't even worry about. Don't even ask me shit about college because you really can't predict the kids and what they gonna do. But football is really, it depends on if you are healthy, and you know if you got that quarterback, man, and if your quarterback really has that, you know, that it factor, that it really depends on that. So you really don't fucking know, but it's always gonna have your, you know, your top 5 or whatever. Like Patrick Mahomes coming. Oh, Denver Broncos finna make a wave. So
that's your choice.
I mean, you know, that ain't my choice.
Over-
I'm a
over-
49er fan.
I was about to
cuz,
say,
so
come on, don't do
49ers is
that.
coming. 49ers, we need a little work. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your quarterback?
Garoppolo, don't even worry about it, dog.
Garoppolo's your quarterback?
Garoppolo's the quarterback as for now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
As we're speaking.
As we're speaking, he's still a quarterback, but we don't know.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna just have to ride with my team too. I'm going with the Cowboys, man. I know you feel me. It's up and down,
Stop
smiles
it.
and frowns. You
It's,
feel what I'm
it's over
saying?
with for the Cowboys. They can hang it up, man. I love their stadium, though.
Hey, that's cool, man.
I love y'all stadium.
That's
I love
cool,
y'all
man.
stadium.
I love the way y'all get hyphy more than y'all try to win games.
Oh, us?
I'm just
We
saying,
was
bro.
almost there.
Almost ain't good enough.
Come on, dog.
I'm just saying,
That's
bro.
cold.
Hey,
look,
we can make
when the
this.
last time y'all won?
Huh?
Huh?
But watch this.
When the last time y'all
We're
won?
gonna do it. Hey, look, my bookie. This is a live bet right now. I got 100.
On
My
what?
49ers. Y'all 49ers get smacked by the Cowboys this season coming up. I got 100 on it.
I need my bread because we smacked
Yep.
y'all already, dog.
Send me the cash.
I
app.
need that.
I'm gonna go.
Cowboys,
Man,
let's get it.
I don't even really have faith in my pick. I'm gonna just say it because I'm going back to the home team.
Let me see.
But I mean, I'm gonna just say the Raiders also because Derek
Oh,
Carr.
okay.
Derek Carr got a 3-year extension, $120 million, and I mean now he back with his boy. You know
But
what
why
I'm
you
saying?
don't got faith? Because they did
That's
good
enough.
this season.
Hey, that's enough
No,
confident.
I do, but it's just as somebody who's been a Raiders fan, I just don't never. and I'm also I grew up when they was in LA when I first came up, so it was kind of rough. But the Niners and the Raiders, I think they got a game coming up. That's I think a season game. We might in Vegas. We might
Hey,
have to take a road
you
Yeah,
wanna
trip.
that's
slide?
cool. That's good because there's no way we could have went to Oakland. They probably kill everybody.
You want to slide for the No Jumper Sports vlog on that?
Let's go, Vegas.
I'm going to book it.
We going
Niners.
Allegiant. I think it.
No, real talk. Real talk.
No, he can't book it though.
I'm going to book it.
Not on this show.
Book it.
He can't
Hey, don't
book
trip.
it.
There's No Jumper Sports because we pulling up in a
And then-
limo for show
We
this
gotta let
time.
Yuri
All of
book
us,
this
We're going to
shit.
guys.
document every piece of it so there's no confusion along the way.
Josh is not booking shit for me again. No.
Oh man.
We gonna be there, man.
Who you
It's
got,
gonna be
Josh?
good.
Super Bowl.
All right. Rather than talk about that, I think the Tom Brady story is way more interesting, and I want to get your take on this.
Tom Brady being the most elite quarterback of our generation.
Can't argue.
Have you heard that
Don't like saying it.
supposedly the plan was that Tom Brady was looking to get out of Tampa to go to Miami
Okay.
to become part owner quarterback and bring Sean Payton with him to coach in division against the Patriots. That all gets blown up when who texts
Who the fuck said
the
that?
Florida coach by accident congratulating him on a story? And who puts a stop to all of this with him filing a lawsuit against the Dolphins and Tom not being able to go there because he can't sell the team because they're under investigation? All of that, the mastermind himself,
Bill
Belichick.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a fucking
Oops, I'm
mastermind.
sorry.
Oops, wrong, Brian.
Wow.
How you
Tell
feel?
me that makes
That's
you-
your
that's-
boy. You should be talking about
That's a
that.
Bill
fucking chess
Belichick is
move.
the fucking, again, Bill's playing fucking chess when everyone's playing checkers.
Well, he's mad because his ass didn't win. My boy got a Super Bowl. He better see what it do, man. Because it is coaches. Coaches do win for you, but it's
In
also
the NFL,
players.
It's exactly. You have key positions like a quarterback, good receiver core, good defense,
You have to have
great coaching. You need
You have
great
to go out there
coaching.
and execute. I mean, you have to have great coaching because Belichick can give you a play right now, and your ass can't go out there and do it in the NFL. That's
Execution
fucking
matters.
out. Like he can give you the play right now, the same play he gave my boy, and your ass can't go out there and do that shit.
Show
You know
him
what I'm
to do
saying?
it, cuz.
Yeah, fuck no.
God.
Tom Brady.
Fuck her.
Oh, never. Never. Tom, you the greatest of all time. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Man, I feel it, man.
Bill
That's
Belichick
cool.
is one of the greatest of all time too. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
In New England, there's always going to be this argument of like who was it, and the fact that like Brady's gone out and won without him. A lot of people will say like Brady was the reason. It's a
Yeah.
split.
I just wish they
It's
would have.
50.
It was a split for both
It's
of them.
50-50,
Because
but-
Bill won Super Bowls without him, because of his coaching.
It's
His coaching has
50-50.
won Super Bowls without these.
I wish the league would have been cheating like for every other team like they was doing for them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we had Joe Montana going out there doing. I wish they would have cheated for him and let him do all that. We had Brett Favre going out
what?
there. I wish they would have cheated and let him get all them rings. You know what I mean? They should have just set the trend early instead of just doing it with Tom Brady,
Brett
bro.
Favre was crazy.
Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. We had these people that we're watching
Favre
literally
was crazy.
way more entertaining. You just seeing dude just run out like out of nowhere, bro. His fucking people get burnt. Like hell no, bro. He ain't that fucking good to me, bro. I'm sorry.
Tom Brady is great,
Sorry.
dog.
He's
not
I'm
good.
saying
He's
he's
locked
best.
in.
I mean, it's statistics.
He's
Statistically
locked in.
speaking, he is.
Peyton is right there too. I thought Peyton
That's what I'm
was like,
saying, bro. Like what?
was like great. I was like, he's way better. And then
Peyton
my
was
boy
really
like-
good, but he's not the best.
You
Yeah,
literally
it's like-
see him pick the whole defense apart, bro.
But that shit didn't win him no Super Bowls.
My
bro,
thing
too.
is with
And I
not
think that
even
second one was like,
The
give it to
second
him.
one was not. He didn't win that.
He
one.
didn't win that
defense
shit.
won him that Super Bowl.
And that
he was
nigga
able
Cam
to-
dropped the ball. Said, damn, they
Yeah.
paid Cam so much money to drop that ball and look at it.
Dude,
See,
that ruined Cam's career. That was the end of it.
That ruined his career. Looking at that ball right there. Somebody paid that nigga to look at that ball. Cam, I know if you're looking at this shit right now, your ass
Man.
looked at that ball. I don't know how much that ball paid. Like it should have been a couple million, but nigga, that shit was crazy, nigga. He shouldn't have won that shit. But he had to get 2 because his brother got 2 and his brother beat Tom twice. Oh. Them is jokes. Them is a lot of jokes over meatloaf at the house.
Thanksgiving is
What, they for
tricky.
sure killing them on FaceTime.
They had a whole show on ESPN2 last year where they watched the Monday Night Football games and they would just commentate. And they brought Tom on for one of those.
And he said a couple jokes. It was a couple jokes that flew. We gotta bring those up. Maybe I might come on here next time and fuck with y'all. But those jokes they was flying was crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
So you just saying like wherever Tom go, that's who you choosing for the
No, I'm a Patriots fan.
So you rocking with the Pates.
Yeah, Pat's all the
He's
way.
a Belichick guy.
I'm a Pats guy, but
okay.
yeah, Belichick.
Belichick's still on the ship. So yeah.
All right, man. T-Rail, thank you for coming through.
My guy.
Last but
sir.
not least,
Yes, sir.
I got one question for you, cuz.
What?
Since you on No Jumper Sports,
What you want?
did OJ do it?
OJ did that shit.
Oh, bro, okay. That's the way to end it.